check. How are you, Miss Sandy? Oh, this is already on. Oh, I have to get into QB Golden. I don't know if I actually have a chat table there with you, but I'll chat after.
And I did put it in a regular email.
Okay. Okay. I haven't got it yet. I have my phone this time
I
though.
did it to your email at
You and good?
com,
When did you do that?
like about 11.
I don't have any.
Well, I must have addressed it wrong.
Let me get your email address. Let me put it on my notes.
Okay, JD Stephen, STEVENRD, at me.com.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's usually a small j. Does that matter?
Oh, I can make sure. I don't think it matters, but I will put it as a small one. All right. Thank you. I'll connect you. We do have an overflow room at the hub, so you'll be able to see it on the video TV. So if you would like to go to the hub, you're welcome to. And Leslie will be taking some question and she'll bring it over to me. So if you have any question, if you're sitting up down in the hub, we'll make sure we get it. There's one chair available up the front. There's one right up front. One. Thank you. For you guys that's standing out up there, if you want to sit, there might be extra sitting at the hub. That's where the overflow is, at the hub. So if you want. All right. Well, good afternoon. I feel like I haven't done this in a while, but I've only missed one so far, July. And since you all are looking at my presentation, do I really need to present anything? You've already got it all. All right. Well, welcome. It's, I can't believe summer's almost over. And my favorite season is coming up, which is fall. But I was told that we don't really get fall in here. So, all right. Well, I know I don't share a lot of my personal things here and there, but I wanted to share with you, it's my husband's birthday today. So I might actually have a picture of him. That was us during our wedding. So he told me if we were going to do something. As you can recall, last year, I totally forgot to book our trip for his birthday. So I told him, no, we're not going anywhere because I can't miss another town hall. So I told him we'll go somewhere next week. So it'll work out. So then during the wedding, I told him that I really like my partner during the wedding, and I was hoping that we could take him home. And that's my partner. He was the ring bearer at my sister's wedding. So technically, I told my sister I was a flower girl because I was holding the ring bearer. So you could see, and that's the ring. They actually put the ring on him, so I have to guard him. So then, I just wanted to share my beautiful sister's picture on her wedding. Oops. So. There you go. There's my little story. That's what I did. That's why I didn't have town hall in July. I attended her wedding. So it was a good time with family and friends. So that was nice. No, it was actually in Niagara Falls in Canada. So it was really nice. So I told them I had wedding 2 years in a row, so no more weddings. I'm not attending next year. All right. Well, that's my sister's dog. His name is Cypher. The reason it's Cypher is because her husband is a software engineer. So, all right. All right, we'll get ready. Okay, we have a lot of agenda today. We're going to announce the September Team Member of the Month. We have sales update. And as you all know, our new IT administrator, Jesus, started. So I want to make sure that you know all about him. So he'll talk about a little bit about himself and introduction. Community life update, buildings and ground update, dining services update, and administration update. All right, get started. So September Team Member of the Month is Angelica Queller. You've met her before. She started in the independent living, and she is now an assisted living lead server. And unfortunately, she has jury duty, so she couldn't come and make it today. So if you see her, please make sure you congratulate her. So, all right, Jason, you want to give sales update?
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Everybody cozy in here? Okay. Get to do this for the next 38 months or something like that. No, that's later, and that's not my part of the. Yeah, no. I get to deliver good news. So, anyways, so this was as of Wednesday or so. 100% in independent, which is the second time that we've made that happen here. Hopefully for longer than a week or two, which is what it was last time it occurred. 211 apartments. The new builds, the stuff that's going on back there by the thrift store and all of that, those are not being counted in our next year budget, so that's a good thing. So technically there's 209 that are still habitable because we don't really have a good timeline as to when those are going to get done. But it makes our occupancy number better because they're there, but they don't really count. And then the human good average at 91%, so we're leading ahead of that. Assisted living, still been a little bit of movement faster than we can keep up with. Same thing I kind of said 2 months ago last time we did this. 95, almost 96%, one open, one in a very long renovation process, and probably one more coming in the next couple of weeks. But still ahead of average there. And then, of course, memory support full for the foreseeable future and well ahead of human good average on that. So the trends are pretty simple. Everything's trending over the next 3 months to stay exactly where it is. Going back to the last one, with 209 apartments and all of them reserved, that's not going to change, unless something shakes out, which we don't really want to happen. Assisted living is just a matter of how much time that takes to kind of get on top of it. And then we mentioned memory support's full for the foreseeable future there. So the wait list has dropped from 13 to 9. So that's also good news in that the people that are taking all of these reservations that I just talked about are actually clearing off of wait lists. So that's a really important thing. It's also probably important, those of you that have friends and people that you know and you convinced to get on wait list and you told them that I'm not lying to them, that we're actually full here and all of that sort of thing. They're not all taking what they signed up for. They're starting to take more and more of what we have that kind of fits, checks most of their boxes, and that's just going to be a reality here for a while. So that's good news as well. And then events. So 2 events coming up at the end of the year here, or early fourth quarter, I should say. Both going to be done in this room. As you know, we can't really use any place else here right now to do anything. So we're going to be kind of improvising what we usually do in terms of fancy lunches and that sort of thing into more seminar events in here with just kind of snacks and stuff for our guests. So Gina and I will still be reaching out for some voluntold to help us with guests when they leave the seminar and they're out mingling somewhere else. So that'll still be happening. And you may also be asking, well, why are you doing events? You're full. Like, why do you want to bring more people in here? Well, the reason for that is, again, that wait list dropping by 4. If a big chunk of things come up one way or another, I won't get too descriptive with any of that, but if a big chunk of things come up, you don't want to be too far behind, because out of that 9, I would say probably 5 of them would move in yesterday if they could, and the other 4 are kind of still going through a variety of different motions, right? So we don't want that to be too thin. I don't like it to get too big. I like it to be somewhere in the middle between about 13 and 18 or so. So that's why we continue to do events. Really, the events are all about selling the wait list and how wonderful it is here at this point. So that's all I've got. Thank you. Uh-oh. I didn't ask for questions this time. Go ahead.
Just for clarification, the wait list is just independent living?
Yeah, so that's a good question, just because if many folks here may not know this. We don't actually take wait list for anything else. It's pretty rare. I can probably count on my 2 hands how many times we've offered memory support to the outside public in the amount of time I've been here. Assisted living works a little bit differently, just because it's a little more of a fluid situation there. So we will take outsiders for that if we have it available, just because, as a nonprofit, the idea is to keep the place filled up in order to keep all the other costs that go on here down, you know. So assisted living, we will occasionally offer to the public, but we don't take wait lists. We just kind of keep Gina and I know who's serious and who's not. We also get a lot of referrals from our skilled nursing building, which is most of where the outsiders come from. So I like that question. That was good. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Jason, and congratulations to your team and residents for getting us where we are right now. And honestly, having this number really makes budgeting a little easier for me for next year. So it's budget season. All right, next up, I would like to call on Jesus. Jesus, come up.
How's it going, everybody? Good. My name's Jesus. I just started here about 3 weeks ago, so I'm still trying to learn everybody, where all the buildings are at. So bear with me if I tell you on the phone I'm on my way and it takes me 30 minutes. I'm lost. Okay. So my professional background, I attended a course through Detroit School of Technology. I got about 4 years of IT support roles. I was a business integration consultant for AI not too long ago, and then I also was a head of AI and automation for a nonprofit organization. I am a Marine veteran. I'm still technically in the Marine Corps Reserves. I've been in for about 9 years. Born and raised here in Arizona. I wouldn't call anywhere else home. I absolutely love it here, regardless of how hot it gets. I have a 9-year-old daughter. Her name's Peyton. She means the world to me. A couple hobbies. I like going to the gym, sports, music, exploring different places, different cities. Haven't had the opportunity to travel much, but I would definitely like to see the East Coast more. My role here, so I support the technology used by team members and maintain all the community IT systems. So that means anything from providing basic, troubleshooting with a device or a printer to the entire network. If there's something that I can't do or assist you with, I'll do my absolute best to get you guys to the correct department. Awesome, and that's it for my part. Questions? Alrighty, hope to meet you guys soon.
All right. So before Ruth started, go ahead, Ruth. HealthSpan initiative, I'm sure you've heard that. I want to make sure that this is a big project for Human Good, because as a company for Human Good, we are moving forward to being more proactive with wellness rather than reactive. So that's how we want to move forward as a company. So that's why we started this HealthSpan initiative. We have the functional fitness, social health, and brain health. I understand brain health, for what I understand, is really hard assessment. Please know that no score of yours is going to be held against you in any way. Because I tried to take the brain span, and I didn't do too well. And I believe Ruth did too. So don't feel bad, but it's a baseline for you. And then next year, you take it again and see how well you do the following year. So no score will be held against you. So I just want to make sure you're aware of that, because if they hold my score against me, I don't know what's going to happen. All right, Ruth.
All righty. So as she mentioned, we've got all assessments up and running. And you can do an assessment every 12 weeks. So if you choose that you want to do it now and then 12 weeks later, I want to see if I improved, you can do it again. We are going to hold a health and wellness fair in October. It's during the week of active aging, and we will have all 3 of the assessments available. And then in September, first week in September, we have our social services director coming to town, and she is going to hold a meeting on the social health awareness, or the assessment. And so she's gonna bring swag. She's gonna explain that no one's looking at those numbers. She explains why this is a good assessment. And it's totally a personal assessment. Trust me, no one looks at them, and as Em said, no one wants to see what my score was. I didn't have my hearing aids in that day, and there's a portion of it that you have to hear. And so, not good. We're having our shot clinic. That's coming up in October. If you want to do it with Dr. Pham, he is doing COVID, flu, and B12 shots. And then we'll have something coming up on Cubigo as to how to register with Dr. Pham. If you want to do it with the Terraces Clinic, ours is going to be October 7th, and they're going to do a lot more. They'll do flu, COVID, pneumonia, shingles, RSV, tetanus, and Hep B. So you can get a variety of vaccines from, it's Albertson Safeway. As they've done in the past, we'll do it down in the Seville Lounge. And so if you want to sign up for Dr. Pham, that's great. If you miss it and you want to sign up for us, or you want more in-depth vaccines, sign up with us, and then we'll have those as well. So, and good news, we have a new fitness specialist starting on Monday. He is going to be onboarding for a couple of days, and then you should see him in the fitness center starting on Wednesday. All right, personal transportation. I'm sure you've all met Carl. Carl's schedule is basically the main days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sunday, he does transportation to church services. Then he has a couple of days during the week. But he is going to be here on Saturdays for you guys if you want to do personal transportation, or if you had a doctor's appointment on a Saturday. But he will be here 7 to 3 on Saturday. So if you guys want to start using him, I don't want him sitting there. I want to keep him busy. I don't want him to get bored. So, and then on Sunday, it's just church services. Same thing with the airport shuttles. We have it available Monday through Friday, but your flights have to be within the 7 to 4 time range. We can't pick you up if you're coming in after 4. And then on Saturday, 7 to 3, and no shuttle service for the airport on Sundays because that whole day is spent on church services. He is back to back with churches all that day. And so we've got that. We ask that all transportation requests be done 48 hours in advance. You can do them by call-in transportation, or you can do them by Cubigo, and then you would receive your confirmation. So do I have any questions? Yes, ma'am. Oh, that was an M question. Yep.
So the question is, what is the status of the RN? We are not hiring RN for independent living. I just want to make sure that it's always going to be an LPN, licensed practical nurse, and she'll be working under an RN, which is Connie. So we did interview somebody, and we did not like her that much. It's not going to work with the I just don't think that she'll blend well with the residents here. So we're still interviewing at this point. So, all right, any questions about transportation, health span, and again, when Danny gets settled, I'm sure Ruth will send out introduction about Danny, the new fitness specialist. Terry? So the question is, would the LPN, the nurse would she be here 8 hours a day? Yes. Monday through Friday, she'll be here from 8:30 to about 4 p.m. or 5 p.m., I'm sorry. All right. Any other question? The question is, where we'll be able to find her? Well, you won't find her right now because we don't have one. Just kidding. Just kidding, Marty. So actually, it's part of my presentation, but I can go over there now. We are thinking of putting the wellness team in the technology room. So I'm going to clear the technology room. It hasn't been utilized in the 3 years that I've been here. And knowing how the space right now, especially with the dining renovation and everything, is kind of scarce. Like, we need more spaces. So I'm working with Jesus and Jim in getting that technology room ready for other things or other offices or meeting room or something in the future that can be utilized. We are gonna keep the name, just take out the technology part of it, because I understand that that room was in memory of somebody. Yeah, so we'll keep that name in there and the plaque over there, just to make sure. But the plan is to move wellness up in Monaco. All right? Any questions about that? That's one less thing for me to talk about on administration. Well, I don't want to steal Bill's thunder because the rest of the meeting is all about dining. So you have about 40 minutes with him. You could ask him whatever you want.
Good afternoon, everyone. Bob, I was a little happy today is because I was making sangria for you all for National Sangria Day, and I had to taste it. So this evening in the dining room, there'll be complimentary sangria served to you tableside for those who want to come in and have dinner, or we can also put it in a roti cup and go on your way. Wine purchasing, we had a little hiccup with our purveyor. We got a call one day saying that they were going to a once-a-month delivery, which is kind of a scary thing to do. And I reached out to my vendor's boss's boss, and we got back to a weekly delivery. As far as those of you who ask for wine to order, if I could get your request by every Monday, basically, so that way I can order it on Tuesday, it'll be here on Wednesday. If you ask for it Wednesday through Saturday, it won't come until the following Wednesday. So if I could have it by Monday, preferably email or a phone call. I've had a couple residents that said that it gave their orders to a server or left a note at the podium, and I didn't get it. So I'm going to put my business cards out at the podium at the Yoshi Center. It has my phone number on it as well as my email. So for those who want wine in the future, please just phone call or email. Starting Monday, bistro lunch and dinner specials are coming back. The transition of going over to Yoshi and making sure that the kitchen would be successful, we had to scale back on some things, and now that we're pretty much dialed in, we're bringing those back. So those will start on Monday. The buffet price, some have voiced their concerns and complaints on the price. It's because it is an all-you-can-eat buffet. We also allow you to go through it, dine, and then load up to take home for the next day for lunch, or if you prefer to come in at, let's say, 5 o'clock tonight, you don't want to sit in the dining room, you can go through, and that's why the price is that way. Also on Sunday brunch, that has been lowered to the 15-point price as well, so it kind of washes out for everybody. Our new executive chef, Omar, he'll be starting on Tuesday. He'll be probably getting baptism by fire, Relias training for the next few days, and so our new executive chef, Omar, he arrives on Tuesday, and he'll be going through Relias training, which is a human good training online program that all team members and management staff have to go through. It's orientation, a lot of the dry HR stuff of do's and don'ts, and then also going over our values and our mission statement so that he feels as proud to work here as you'll be proud to have as your chef. Yeah. When we went over to the Yoshi, we weren't sure how things were going to work out, and that's why we went with the buffet. I wanted to start out with the worst-case scenario versus saying, oh yeah, we'll just have the menu over there starting tomorrow, and it becomes a train wreck. So we're hoping, I'm going to test run going back to menu service. We're having the Rosh Hashanah dinner on September 12th, Saturday. We're going to see how that goes with approximately 50 people, if that's the sign-up limit, to see how that goes in an a la carte service. If that goes well, we'll probably roll out like a following week or two, going back to our normal menu. Much sooner than I anticipated, but I'm definitely glad that we'll be able to go that route. I've had a few people approach me about our new menu system and how it'll work out, and suggested that they submit recipes for certain dishes. I actually, when I was living in Palm Springs, we had the development that I lived in was a golf and tennis country club, and they had a book that was available in the pro shop that residents made of recipes. And when the second or third resident here told me about that, it just clicked on me. I'm like, well, why haven't we had anything like that here? So if you'd like to see yours or mom's meatloaf versus our meatloaf, or our meat sauce for spaghetti or lasagna, again, just either email me directly, or if you see in passing your dining committee person for your building, we can take a look at it and see. It would have to be ran by the dietitian, but we can look at putting as like a dinner special, and have, pick on Julie just because I looked at her. Julie submits lasagna. Well, on Wednesday night, it'll be Julie's lasagna night as the dinner special. So that's kind of what we're looking to do with that. If anyone's interested, again, please email me the recipe or just hand it off to your dining committee person of your building. With the private catering, a lot of you, particularly those in the Seville with your weekly dinner clubs of ordering items to enhance, just a reminder, if I could get any type of those orders at least 72 hours in advance, whether it be something as simple as a dozen cookies that you're taking to a party off-site, or you want to have a full party in one of the rooms here, just so that we can plan it out, make sure that we do have the product available. Once the renovation is done, we will have a couple of venues that we can look at reserving for private parties. Now that the dining will be expanded, we'll have the brand new private dining room, the lounge area, which would, AKA the old private dining room, can be used. And then now that we'll be hopefully fully staffed in the near future, we can also look at doing events in the activity rooms of the various buildings. Any dining questions? Yes, ma'am.
So do they have to stick with the human good recipes, or can they be creative?
Question was the recipes that I talked about. Can it go that route versus the human good recipes? Going with self-op, we actually just had a call today about this. We're going to have a much wider variety available in menus that they've created. The human good, Adam Baird, who's our culinary director or corporate chef, Daniel Williams, who's our vice president of hospitality. In my prior world, he'd be our vice president of food and beverage. They've come up with some phenomenal menus. I did see the new rotation that will be debuting October, I think it's the 5th, would be the first Monday in October, will be the new human good menu. So to answer the question is, we're up and running, and let's say it's Wednesday night, we will have, if we have enough recipes coming in, Wednesday night, for example, could be the dinner special, the resident dinner special, and that could be Julie's lasagna, Tony's rigatoni, or something like that, so that we can have another addition to the menu. I also know that the menu will be expanding, so that it'll be a bigger menu so that we can have a better rotation of items. Yes, ma'am.
Before we met the dietitian, could we meet her, whatever, sometime?
Question is, can we meet the dietitian? Absolutely. Natasha Jewell is her name. Her office is in the healthcare building. She has an office there. I'm sure she's on the phone list. You can call and make an appointment with her, or we could, if there's something of a general interest that you'd like to just have Q&A with her, I'm sure we can make arrangements to have like a mini town hall with her.
Okay, meeting's over.
So the dining services calendar went out probably maybe a week or two ago, and the menu packet was up there, but these are just some of the items that we're going to be having. The 5th of September, a week from this Saturday, is National Cheese Pizza Day, so we'll be doing a 2-point discount in Bistro. September 9th is our community-wide appreciation day. We'll be serving a luncheon in the Yoshi, and we'll also be having a snow cone truck on the premises as well. And then Patriot Day will be also a happy hour day. Of course, my nemesis in cocktail making, she'll try to outdo me, but I find that highly unlikely. And that'll be in the bistro between 2 and 4, pending weather. So I mean, if it happens to be nice, we'll try to do it out in the breezeway like we did last time, or last fall when it was a little cooler. But as of right now, it'll be in the bistro. Saturday, September 12th, the Rosh Hashanah dinner. Reservations are required, and that is going through the ladies in the activities in the hub there, Danny and Olivia. September 19th, the beginning of Oktoberfest, so we will have a special German-themed buffet in Yoshi, and then 22nd, we'll be doing free ice cream in the bistro because it's National Ice Cream Cone Day. And then to get back to normalcy, the last Thursday of the month, men's breakfast will return, and that'll be in the Yoshi Center, same time, 9 a.m. till 10:30-ish, 11. And Bob will be having some agenda coming out, I'm sure, forthcoming. And then on the 29th is National Coffee Day, so we're going to be doing iced coffees and various syrup coffees in the breezeway from 9 till 11, and that'll be complimentary as well. Any questions? Yes, ma'am.
You said that the returning to a regular menu, that's including my grilled salmon?
Yes. And fillets. The question was, would salmon be returning? And the answer is yes, and then I added on to that fillets as well. Yes. I do have a very good team, and it's always been fun to be of service to all of you, so appreciative of that as well. And thank you for your flexibility.
Stay. All right. Thank you, Bill. You can't leave yet, though. Now that he's used to the buffet, we had our one-on-one meeting. Did we do our one-on-one yesterday, Bill? Yep. And then I said, how do you feel about going to normal dining? Since you got the buffet all set up. No, actually, he's the one. It was his idea. And I said, okay, if you feel like we could do it, we could try it. I'm all for it. So we're going to try it. So I hope it works out. And, of course, I'm going to be here, whatever support that he needs. So thank you, Bill, for everything. All right, dog park. We're still waiting for the adjuster to come. And we've been trying to, email, phone call. It's been almost a month now when that happened. And they didn't want us to clean it up and everything, but in our last email, Jim and I have decided we have so many pictures, and they just need to look at the pictures because it's really not safe to leave it that way, especially with all the winds and everything. So we made that decision that we will send them the picture because there's just no response on when the adjuster is going to be coming in. So, but we already sent them the repair costs and everything, so we're just continuing to follow up with them. So, we talked about technology room. I'm just going to go over the organizational chart because I've been getting a lot of questions about what department handles, and we've had a lot of new residents. So just to go over it, obviously, I'm the executive director, and Mel, the billing coordinator, reports under me, and Connie, the director of assisted living, Jim, Jason, Cordell, who is the health services administrator, Leslie, Manny, our HR human resources generalist, Ruth, and Bill. With that said, Connie, who is the director of assisted living wellness, she is in charge of assisted living, memory support, and wellness team. And I've been hearing that most of you have not seen or met Connie, is that correct? Okay, so I will make sure to bring her the next town hall meeting. And then Jim is responsible for housekeeping, maintenance, and the groundskeeper. And Jason, obviously, is responsible for the sales counselor and Ken. Cordell is responsible for the health center. Leslie is responsible for the front desk, and we're talking about front desk here, assisted living, and the health center. Manny is responsible for the HR, which is we have an HR assistant, Sarah. And Ruth oversees the fitness team, residential living activities, and transportation. And Bill is responsible for all the aspect of dining services, which includes all level of care, assisted living, memory support, skilled nursing, and independent living. Were you guys surprised on any of this? You learned something new? No? So who have you not met out of this besides Connie? Because I want to make sure I bring them next town hall meeting. Cordell? Okay. All right, I will bring the two higher level of care. Person responsibility is Connie and Cordell. I'll bring them next town hall. All right. Any questions about this? Nope. All right. All right. As you all know, Dining Self-Op is going to start September 1, 2026. We will not have CCL or Morrison. Bill said, how do you call it, Bill? Divorce? So out of that divorce, we have a good news. What I got is Bill, Phil, and Natasha. So all of the Morrison team member will be staying with us. And as of September 1st, 2026, they are going to be under Human Good team member. What does that mean to them? It means every year during the team member appreciation, I was always asked if the chef, Phil, or assistant dining director is included there. Because they were CCL team member, my answer was always no, they were not part of that team member appreciation. Now that they're a Human Good team member, they will be part of that team member appreciation fund. So what does that mean to us? That we will have more purchasing options from local and national vendors, and we will work with SDS, Strategic Dining Services. So basically what a Strategic Dining Services is an umbrella of CCL company. So Compass is a big company. CCL is an umbrella, and then SDS is umbrella. So SDS is the part of the Compass umbrella that works mainly with community like us that's doing self-op. That gives them an opportunity to be able to get the discounted rate for purchasing at Cisco, those other places, because as you all know, Compass is one of the big company out there for food services. So we still get the same price. The only difference is like what Bill said, is that right now, under Compass, CCL and Morrison, we're limited of what we could buy at Cisco because it's blocked. Is that how you say it, Bill? It's blocked right now. And if we want to purchase it, we have to go through different channel to get it unblocked so we could buy it. And sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't.
It's kind of like if you go look on the Costco website and you want to buy something. Some things are only available online, while some things are in the store only. And with SDS, it allows us to go into Cisco, get something as silly as salt and pepper shakers. Today, I cannot go into Cisco's website and buy salt and pepper shakers. I have to go to another website, another company. So going with the SDS model, we get the Cisco discount, but we have Human Goods ability to get what we want when we want.
And being on the self-op dining services too allows us to customize our menu a little bit better. That's why we were able to implement the residence recipe, because then we don't have to follow what we get from CCL. So they will still, SDS will provide us a recipe or a menu, and then our chef, Bill, and the team can review and will decide, oh, the resident absolutely doesn't want to see this. So they can change it, and then they can get it approved by our dietitian. So we have a little bit more freedom in making our own recipe and changes. So, and I know this is something that you guys asked to when I first started. So here we are. Did take a little bit longer. John? The question is, do we get our dessert through Cisco? No, Bill said he makes it.
Currently, we do. Cisco is like a grocery store, and there's various brands that they own, and there's also brands that they just negotiate to have them sell. So today, yes, they come through Cisco. We are going to be moving away to get something here local, so it's fresher. We can get it more customized. Like with Cisco today, and with the menu that we have today, if it says German chocolate cake is the dessert, we have to buy German chocolate cake. Let's just say that's an item that none of you like, and we're throwing away, I mean, 6 cases of German chocolate cake because nobody wanted it. We can then have the ability now to change it to something that's popular. Or if somebody's asking me, I mean, I don't know, key lime cheesecake, we can get that and not have to have the German chocolate cake. And we're also going to be looking at changing our bread as well. We're going to do a tasting once Chef Omar is on property to get a local bread. There's 2 vendors that I've reached out to this week, and I'm just waiting to schedule tastings for them.
So make sure you come over and taste the bread and vote which one you want us to contract with, to buy our bread in the future. All right, Julie? So the question is, would Noble Bread would be considered? Yes, they're one of them. All right. Any question about self-op dining? All right. Dining renovation and rendering. So all the picture that you're seeing now in there is gonna be, so we ordered them to have them bigger, so then we can put it at the Yoshi Center so you can see it all the time, and also we'll have it available outside the renovation area. So that will come next week. Then the other thing is, I know the bathroom at the front is closed at this time. They had to go to the air dock and install some electrical and AC unit in that, so we have to close the bathroom until September 8th. So what does that mean? When we actually reopen it, we might have to put a plastic up on the ceiling for now until the inspector comes in, because I told them that because the inspector is gonna wait until all the AC unit has been, done. It might take a while, but I don't wanna close the restroom until we're waiting for the inspector. So I just wanna make you guys aware of that. All right, so this is gonna be your hostess stand. So this used to be the waiting area where the glass case was. So that's gonna be a hostess stand. There's gonna be, that's gonna be where you're gonna find Perla, make reservation, assist, or anything welcoming you. This one will be the waiting area, which is this, remember this side door that you normally would go in? So there's gonna be some furniture, like sitting areas in there, benches right here and across the area for the waiting. And what you're seeing is the finishes too. So this is what the finish would look like. And this one is, what you call this? I think I'll bring in all the materials because they left it to us last, when did we pick it? I think April? So April is when we pick the finishes. So I'll bring those, and our next town hall, I'll have it available for you guys to feel it or touch it and see it in person.
Is the light the same?
Yes. So this is part of the south dining room when you enter. This is where the dance floor is. Was the dance floor. And you see that right behind that? That's the private dining room. That's gonna be a lounge. And this is the entire south dining area. This is the new private dining room. And this is located now where the buffet used to be. This is the lounge, and the lounge used to be the private dining room. And this is the bar. And this is half of the north dining room.
Can you eat at the bar?
Yes. The question is, can you eat at the bar? Yes, you may. I can't answer a lot of the programming just yet because of the transition to self-op and CCL. So Bill, the chef, Phil, and Alan, and I will have to sit down and with the new hospitality team to come up with programming. So as we go through it and we have the programming set, that will be shared with you guys. But yes, the plan is for you guys to have a different set of menu at the bar. All right. Any question on the renderings? Mar-
So this bar will have other kinds of alcohol, not just beer and wine?
So the question is, would the bar have a different type of alcohol besides beer and wine? The answer is yes, they will have different types of alcohol. It will be a full bar. I just want to make sure I say that. It's going to be a full bar, right?
Yes, it'll be a full bar. As we get closer to the completion of the renovation, we'll also get together and do finding out like what kind of scotch you would like to see on the bar, what kind of vodkas. I mean, you go to let's say the bar across the street, a sports bar, they're probably going to have 30 different kinds of vodka. We're not going to have 30 different kinds of vodka. But finding out what you would like to have there. Also keeping in mind the price point that you folks will be charged for. I don't want to go out and get Johnny Walker Blue at $150 a bottle and think you're going to get it for 4 points. So we need to look at price points and find out what will be agreeable for everybody. And then also wine, we're going to have a whole new wine list and probably get together with the dining committee and do wine tastings to get rid of box wines. 38 years in the business, I didn't know the box wine existed till I got here, so we'll be getting rid of that. Yes, sir.
Here's the bartender. You're looking at him.
There will be a bartender there, and that person will be truly a bartender. Hours and everything are going to be determined. We're not really sure. I mean, we're so far out to know if it's going to be 7 days a week or weekends only or just dinner hours. That's so far down the list, we haven't even thought that far. Unfortunately, no. The state liquor laws do not allow that. The question was, could you bring your own alcohol to the bar? No. We're going to have to work with the state liquor board on that to find out if that's possible.
Are the 12 chairs at the bar, considering how many short people are here?
It's actually not like a regular one. It's not a regular one.
The question was about the bar height and such. The bar is not going to be like, if you went across the street to the sports bar there, the bar is probably up about here on me. Not that I go there a lot. But this bar will probably be about at my waist height, so that the seated bar there for those in wheelchairs or just want to sit versus climbing up on a bar stool, those are available. But the ones to the right there, those are bar stools, but not the typical height of a bar stool.
The flooring of the dining room will be carpet, only because that's the only way we could absorb the noises and everything. So we looked into getting a different flooring, but it's just going to be too noisy if we just put. There are parts of it that's not going to be carpeted, like the bar areas, the serving area, but for the most part, it's carpeted. All right? Okay. Well, they're actually making progress. I want you guys to know. So On the week of August 17, they have to get the plumber to get everything going for the bar. This is what the private dining room looks like now. That's going to be a lounge. This is the buffet area. That's going to be the private dining room. Jim wanted to be in the picture. And this is the south dining room. So now this week, we actually got the new hostess getting ready now. So we're working with Jesus and the IT team now to ensure that we have all the electrical for the POS system and Wi-Fi and everything. Because right now, our dining room access point, there's some signal that are weak that when you use the iPad to take orders, it doesn't really work. So we're adding more access points so we make sure that the iPad works wherever the team is. This is the south dining room. As you could see, they put more items in there working, and they had to move their table now. The main dining room used to be the dance floor, server station area. So right now, we don't have a wall between the server area. We're gonna have one, so hopefully that would also cut down some of the noises that you hear from the server when they're serving you. And the plumbing is completed that they did last week. So that's all closed up, all ready for, so the plumber is done with the bar area. So that's the north dining room and part of the main area. And this is the private dining room lounge. They're just gonna clean that up and put the new AC. Any question on the progress? See? So the question is the capacity gonna be more, less, or same? It's gonna be more. Marilyn? So the question is, how many entrance rooms are going to be in the dining room? So when the door is open, it's going to remain open. So it's almost the same entrance. So you could either enter in the main dining room like you used to, or the bar area, it would still be open, and the lounge would still be open. So there's like 3 main areas. There's also a, what do you call that? Like a French kind of like door that opens to go from the bar to the main dining room that you don't need to open the door. It would just open up and we can close it. All right. Sharon?
The exhibit hall that we have, part of the dining room, are we going to have another one to showcase?
So the question is, are we still going to have the showcase in the dining room? Not at this time yet, but I'm not going to say that we're not going to have one. I just need to find a space for it moving forward. Okay. Claudette? Has any provision has been made on what to do with the walkers? And wheelchairs. So I kind of have an idea where it would be. The question is, would be the resident be willing to give up their wheelchair or walker for us to put away? I think that's been the biggest challenge sometimes because some residents would like to have their walker close by. As you know, when we had the old dining room, the area where you pick up your buffet was supposed to be for walker dining. But I think the reality of it, as also, if you think about it, is that if you rely on your walker and you have to go to the bathroom and you have to find a team member to bring back to you, sometimes it's, you have to wait a little bit. So those are the reality that we have to deal with, but we do have an idea where it would go, but it's just, would it actually work? So we'll try it out though. Okay. Any other question? Marty? So now that you mentioned that, remember so the question was, what is the most recent projected date? We had a guesses going up. I don't have all the guesses, but Ruth gave me the earliest completion up to the latest completion. The guess for the earliest completion is October 15 of this year. I love the optimistic. I think I'm gonna try to open it on October 15th. Just don't hold your breath. And the latest one is April 1 of 2027. And that's on April Fool's Day, so you never know. Marty, I am gonna give you an answer that you probably will not like. It's soon. I don't ever give a date when it comes to construction because it's something that I don't have control over. But certainly, I don't anticipate it to be done this year. How about that? Is that a fair comment? No? I know you want it earlier. Dart, is that you that said no? I was gonna say. I said the idea is to get it completed as soon as possible, but we already ordered the millwork and everything, and we're in the process of ordering the FF&E. So it all just depends. Right now it's 8 weeks for some of the items, but we're moving forward as we go too. So hopefully we open it and be the first quarter of the year. So. Mrs. Still?
I'm just wondering what material you're using for the ceilings. Will it absorb sound?
The question is, what material are you using for the ceiling? Would it absorb sound? For what I understand, the designer did choose the one that would absorb some sound, not too much. It's not going to take it all off, but it's going to absorb some. Somebody else raised their hand, and I didn't see who it was. Who? Sure. Is it going to be better than the hub? Yes, I would, because of the carpet and everything. Yeah. All right. Any other question? So every town hall, Julie.
Is there a possibility that the restrooms in the dining room will be refurbished?
So the question is there a possibility that the restroom in the dining room will be refurbished? Yes. The answer will be yes. I did budget for capital next year to do a minor renovation in the lobby area to match the dining room. Okay? All right. And don't worry, I'll present you guys the budget coming up in November as always. But if I know anything more, I'll tell you. I can't keep a secret, so. All right, I don't get to highlight people often, my director especially. But I wanted to highlight one today, only because I got 10 compliment cards about this person. So I'm going to read some of them. Because it's already 2 o'clock, so I'm only going to read 1 or 2. It says, this person is the best. Always smiling, hardworking. That's not you, always smiling. Always listening and helping with what the situation is at the time. He does a great job for all of us. The other one is, this person is selfless. His selfless love for our community. He wants what is best for us and goes about it in a gracious, loving way. His smiles inspire me. And that would be, and there's a lot of good things about this. And I wanted to highlight Bill. Bill has, he joined, it's been a year. It went by fast, right? And I'm glad that he smiles because he doesn't smile often with me. Only because probably I would give him problem. That's why when I see this, I was like, who are they talking about? No, I love Bill. Bill and I have a good relationship. Joking aside, I appreciate him more than anybody else. I mean, don't get me wrong, I appreciate all my directors. All of them has brought something good to the community. But, Bill's resiliency with everything that's going on, being positive throughout, it's a nice I would say it's a nice way to start the renovation with someone who's as positive as he is. And instead of complaining about things, he actually comes up and find a solution about it. If a resident comes to him, he takes it and he looks at it and figure out a way to meet that resident need. It doesn't matter who the resident or what the resident need. He would do everything for the residents. So I really do appreciate him more than anybody else. And then that's the reason why we have, when we do happy hour, it used to be just one special. Now it's a full bar because Bill wanted to make sure that there's drinks for everybody when they do come to happy hour. So, like I said, I appreciate everybody, but it's nice to go through this project with Bill and the team. And again, with that say, Phil Allen as well has done a tremendous job with keeping with everything that's going on, the entire dining room team, their flexibility and willing to make changes as they see it and when it's appropriate. So we appreciate it, and the residents truly appreciate you, Bill, and I know you're getting all teary now. Are you gonna cry? No?
My work wife.
So I am happy, and I'm happy that Bill's here. So, and his birthday's coming up next month. September 28th. So I'm not going to tell you how old he is because he won't even tell me.
21.
He's celebrating his 21st birthday. How many years of celebrating your 25th? How many? 3? No. No, but he can't retire anytime soon. That's what I told him.
I'll be 62.
He's 62. Who would have thought? No, right? He looks good for 62. I thought you were in your 30s, Bill. I thought I have 30 more years of you. All right. Well, thank you again. As always, I'm available after the meeting. I'll stay if you have any questions at all and that you need an answer, or there's something that's bothering you and you don't want to speak up in front of everybody. I'll stay and I'll be available. Thanks.